Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Billy. Today I would like to share with you two sleeveless dresses with a bit of a 1950s vibe. And in addition, both of these dresses also come with a sort of separate hair tie that I made. And this is sort of separate hair tie or waist tie is very much a continuation of what I did in my video 76. So the first dress that I will share with you today is this dress here, made from under 2 yards of about 57-inch wide Liberty Tana long that I purchased from fabric.com last year. And so here's a close-up look of this print and also the color. I really love it, so I am very happy about the pairing of this fabric with this dress. So about the design of this dress, as you can see, it's a sleeveless dress with a bow neck, sort of a silhouette, and I paired it with a gathered skirt. And the gathered skirt is from the very easy Vogue V9197, and this bodice is a self-drafted bodice that I've been using for easily the last 10 videos. And so all I did was just took that basic bodice that fits me and just change it up to this bow neck, and that's how I got this dress. The inspiration for this dress is actually this little top here, and this is a top that I refashioned about 3 years ago, well actually more than 3 years ago at this point. And so it originally was an H&M top. It was bad, I didn't even try it on at the store, so then I just bought my regular size, and then by the time I tried it on it was way past the return period. And so I only wore that top one time, and as you can see here. But I just was not thrilled with it, and so when I decided I wanted to start making my own clothes, I just kind of tinkered with it. And so this is what I came up with. So I just, so for this one is a sleeveless sort of I just copied some t-shirt that I had, and then I used the existing flounce and then just sewed it around the neckline, and actually it turned out I really liked it, and so I've been meaning to duplicate it. And so recently I saw a similar dress at in the store's display window, so I decided that's what I wanted to do. And so I just used a standard bodice and cut out a giant circle, just, actually 2 pieces, to serve as the flounces for this. But then any of the flounces did not sit flat, and then turned out the flounces needed to be curvy enough so that it will wrap around the neckline and still sit flat. But because I didn't do that, the flounces were not sitting flat. And also, when I was comparing it, I actually kind of decided I liked it better, with a very simple bow neck style top paired with this V9197 gather skirt. So that's what I ended up doing. But then because of the way the evolution of this dress turned out, by the time it was too late to finish this neckline. As you can see, this neckline, the front still looks okay, the back, but really kind of got stretched out. And the reason is because I was tinkering with it so much, and also part of this is cut on the bias, so it ended up stretching a bit, so I decided not to tinker with it too much. And so I finished the neckline with a strip of bias binding tape that I made. And so in a way, it didn't have sort of as clean of a finish as sort of the sleeveless armhole here, but it's still fine. I'm still very happy with how it turned out. Because the original design for this bodice was that it would be paired with the flounces. So I wasn't too concerned or paying too much attention about the shoulders or the armhole size and all that, because it would just all be covered by the flounces anyway. But obviously now I don't have the flounces, and so as a result, the front looks fine. And it's not too deep as a armhole, but the back is a bit too scooped out. So as you can see, sometimes a little, the strap, the bra strap will show a little bit. So so that is a bit of a sort of an issue, a minor issue with this dress. But it's not too bad, because a lot of times I do wear my hair down anyway, so it will cover it. So that's still fine. I'm still very happy about how it turned out. So here is a quick video of this Liberty Tana long dress, and I paired the dress with a pair of 3.5-inch heels in red by Marc Jacobs, and these are unfortunately quite a few years old, so I don't believe they are available anymore. But anyway, I'm just really liking this dress, and I really liked it a lot more than I originally thought I would, so I'm really happy about that. And also about this Liberty's Tana long, it really truly is very soft, and I just really love the design, and so I willingly paid $25 a yard for this fabric. It was so funny. Originally, even though I bought it and I really liked it, I just for the longest time couldn't figure out what I wanted to make with it. And but when I started to have this sort of 1950s-ish dress visualizing sort of in my head, I decided that this fabric should work. And I'm very happy to report that it did work out very well. So I am very happy about the pairing of this Tana long with this 1950s-ish vibe dress. So really happy about the results. The second dress that I will share with you today is this one here, made from 2 yards of about 44-inch wide duck cotton fabric that I purchased from Walmart.com about 3 years ago. And so here is a close-up look of the print and the texture itself. I just really love this this very bold print. And also the texture, being duck, it has a little bit of a crisscross kind of weaving pattern, but not sure it would come across on the camera here. I previously talked about using another duck cotton fabric that I purchased from Walmart.com in my video 61. And so this fabric was also purchased at the same time as the other one. And same thing, even though I loved it so much, I just wasn't sure quite what to make with it. And also for the longest time, because of the very bold and large scale print, I just assumed that it would be suitable as a shift dress. But then after the success of that Liberty Tana long dress, I really just loved it. And so I immediately want to make another one. But and so I was looking around in my stash and then just really decided, okay, this will be perfect. So just went ahead and used this one. And so in terms of design and construction, this one is identical in all areas, except that in this case, I widened the shoulder seam a bit more, and also I increased the coverage for the back. So now my bra strap will not be showing anymore. And so these are, so this is a very minor change that I did. But I think in a way, because of the wider shoulder here, it gives it even a little more of a 1950s vibe when compared with the first version. And so I'm really happy about this. For this dress, I also made a matching hair tie to go with this dress. But this hair tie is about half the width of the other one. The reason is because I had such a limited amount of fabric. I was really racking my brains out how to cut out every piece I wanted, out of this 2 yards of 44-inch white fabric. But still, I'm very glad to report that I did manage it, even though it was not the easiest thing. I also made pockets for this dress. So here you go. And so, they were made from the same fabric. And so there are 4 pocket pattern pieces to make up 2 pockets. But I do not have enough of this fabric to allow me to easily cut out the pocket pieces. But I really wanted to have pockets for this dress. So what I did was, after I cut out everything, I patched up a few scraps to allow me to cut out 2 of the pocket pieces. And so here is a picture of how that was done. And so as you can see, it's like 1, 2, 3, and I try to match the grain line as much as I can. And so that's what it looked like, and so because it's on the inside, nobody can see anyway, so that is quite all right. And so I'm really glad that I managed to make this dress out of 2 yards of this cotton duck fabric. And this being cotton duck is actually a bit thicker, but it's still very drapey, and so I figure it works very well for this dress. And but I also lined this dress with rayon long, and this, even though I bought it from the same website, fabrichwholesaledirect.com, which is also a New York City Garment District website. Even though it's the same SKU and everything, this batch is a lot heavier than the other ones I purchased before. So as a result, this dress, when I was just putting on the hanger, it is actually a very heavy dress. I don't feel it when I'm wearing it, but when I just carrying around on the hanger, this dress really feels heavy. So that was kind of interesting tidbit about this dress. About the pockets, normally the way I line the dress is at the outer fabric, and then the pockets, and then the lining. So that's the order for of the different layers of the fabric or components. However, in this case, even though this duck fabric is is fairly thick, it is actually a little translucent. And so if I just have the pockets directly inserted behind the outer fabric for the skirt, I do think if people look at me, they would see the outline of the pockets. And so before, when I had fabric like this, I would just forgo the pockets because I did not want the outline of the pocket pieces showing. However, because I also was determined to have pockets for this dress, in addition to the shortage of fabric, I tried out something, and it actually works out great. So here I will try to show you without flashing anybody. So as you can see, this is the lining of the dress, and this is exterior, and these are the pocket pieces. And so this is the reverse side of the pocket piece. So as you can see, they are sort of seams connecting the 3 scrap pieces. But in this case, for the side of the pocket piece that will be facing the front of the dress, I added a piece, the same size of the pocket, of a white, this is a cotton poplin, that is a leftover from a project when I talked about my summer job. And so I just added this extra white piece. And because the lining is in white also, so so despite the fact that this fabric is somewhat translucent or a little see-through, you will not see the outline of the pockets because it's kind of got obscured by the white of this piece would match the white of the lining, so in a way it kind of obscures it. And I think it works out great, so I'm very happy about this. I lined this dress with about 1.25 yards of about 57-inch wide rayon challis. And to line this dress, I just used the burrito method. And I will also link a tutorial that I have found on the internet in the description box below. But in my case, it is a dress instead of a top as demonstrated in that video. So what I did was I do not attach the bodice and the skirt first. So what I did was I constructed the bodice, then I attached the lining, then I attached the skirt. And that way it allows me to pull back the back pieces through the narrow channel here using that burrito method. So that works out very well. And about the lining that I use, the pattern, because obviously the lining does not need to have the gather. So I use also a self-drafted simple shift dress. Just copy the same neckline as this one, and that allow me to very easily use that shift dress as a lining for this dress. So here is a quick video of this duck floral dress, and I also paired this dress with a pair of 3.5-inch heels in red, the same Marc Jacobs heels. And I'm just really happy about this dress. It is exactly what I had hoped it would be, and in a way, it really surpassed my expectations. So I'm really happy about it, especially with the wider shoulders. I really love it. I don't feel as exposed, with a little wider shoulder than with a narrower strap. And also in this case, I don't have to worry about my bra strap showing. So that really gave me additional confidence when I wear this dress. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed today's video about these two 1950s-ish dresses. And I know I'm a little bit ahead of myself since we are just barely into spring, but you know what? I will be ready when the summer rolls around. So it's always good to be prepared. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed today's video, and so please do stay safe, be well, and I hope I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Yeah, George, you want to say bye? He's a bit antsy today, so you probably have heard some of his whining in earlier clips. But anyway, so stay safe, and I hope I will see you soon. Bye-bye.